Hi, and welcome to the Caterpillar Cross Stitch YouTube channel. My name is Ford from Son of a Stitch, and this week I'm going to be answering a viewer question and telling you all about Blackwork. Now, before I dig into my history lesson, I'm going to ask you to do the YouTube thing. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave me a comment. Those are the ways that my performance on YouTube is tracked, and it will really help me out if you did. So if you're learning something from me, pay me back by making those 3 little clicks. Blackwork is a technique and a style that has been gaining popularity over the last few years, and it has a lot of crossover with cross-stitch, but it's not technically cross-stitch. It's frequently done on even weave and counted threads, so that's part of why it tends to get classed in with cross-stitch, but it is technically a type of embroidery. Now, its history dates back to at least around 1500. It was made most popular in the early 16th century by Catherine of Aragon when she brought over a bunch of Spanish embroidered pieces to England. So it is, to this day, still sometimes called Spanish blackwork. But it was especially popular in England during the Tudor era, and it was used very frequently to both embellish and preserve or strengthen garments. So you would frequently see it in high wear areas, around collars, cuffs, those sorts of things. But there aren't a lot of surviving pieces because the iron that was used in the dye to make the black silk thread has caused the silk to corrode, so very little of it survives to this day. But those techniques have found a new audience, and a lot of people have enjoyed working with this technique, although these days we do it mostly for ornamental reasons. So I want to show you a couple of examples of blackwork that I have done, as well as a new blackwork pattern from Caterpillar Cross Stitch that as a collaboration with Peppermint Purple, a very popular blackwork designer. So these are a couple of mine. And this has used some pretty popular blackwork techniques like increasing the density of the lines in the pattern in order to create a gradient. I've also combined this with a style of embroidery known as assisi embroidery, which is all about leaving negative space in the middle of a stitched area. And then this is another one that I did here. Let's zoom in a bit. And you can see that this one has also got some French knots done in metallic floss, and so you can imagine what a pain in the butt that was. Now I want to take just a second here to remind you to join the Caterpillar Cross Stitch VIP Stitch Club. When you join, you'll get an ebook with 9 free PDF cross-stitch patterns in it, including a year-long temperature tracker pattern. You'll get an instant download of our top 10 cross-stitching tips, and you'll get advance notice of any upcoming projects, products, socials, or retreats that Caterpillar might be coming out with. So make sure you hit the link down there in the description so that you can be the first to know about new things coming out, like the recent release of the Royal Jubilee Rose pattern that Caterpillar created in conjunction with Peppermint Purple. Check this out. So how do you do blackwork? Blackwork is very much like backstitching that you do in cross-stitching. It's basically just lines arranging to form a geometric pattern. And part of the reason it's popular is because you're not filling in quite so much of it, so you're doing fewer stitches, so you can kind of cover the fabric more quickly. So it's a very rewarding technique in that regard. But the main stitch that we use is not a backstitch. So as I mentioned in the backstitch video that I did recently, you should see a little card appear for that right here. A backstitch is kind of used as a general term for any straight line stitch by cross stitchers, but backstitch is a specific technique. Most of the time, however, what we would use for doing blackwork is a holbein stitch or a double running stitch. Part of the reason that that's traditional for blackwork is because blackwork was meant to be put on a garment and you wanted it to look the same on both sides. So a double running stitch or a holbein stitch looks the same from the front and the back of the fabric, which is why it's the traditional stitch used for blackwork. Now, if you do have questions and things that are not answered in my videos, or if you just want to be around a supportive community, I strongly recommend that you go and join the Caterpillar Cross Stitch Facebook group and follow the Caterpillar Cross Stitch Instagram. There's a tremendous supportive community of stitchers that have grown up around the Caterpillar brand, and those are the best two places to find them. Now, Blackwork is called Blackwork because it is traditionally and usually done with black thread, but you really can use any color that you want. During the 16th century, it was actually quite popular to also use red thread, and that would be frequently referred to as scarlet work, but the techniques are pretty much the same. Ideally, you'll already have some stitches done, like I have on my project, so you'll be able to just secure it underneath there. And then from there, to do your black work, you'll use either a back stitch or a double running stitch. I'm going to demonstrate how the double running stitch is done. I'm going to just create a line straight across here. Most of the time with a black work pattern, you're going to have a lot of repetitions. And so you can kind of break that down into lines. And so you'll go one direction down to the end of the line. With a running stitch, spending half your time on the surface of the fabric. And then you'll come back in the other direction. Spending the same amount of time on the bottom of the fabric, but the opposite time. And the advantage of using that double running stitch, especially if you're using it to adorn something like a handkerchief or something like that, is that you'll have the same look on the front and the back. You can also start that thread by weaving it into the fabric or any of the other methods that I showed you in the video that I did about how to start threads for blackwork. Now then that creates the question of, should you be stitching more than one square length at a time the way I was showing you, or should you be doing it only one square at a time? And that really kind of depends on the look that you're going for, how intricate the repetition pattern that you're creating is, and what kind of an object you're creating. If you're embellishing something functional like a garment or a handkerchief, you probably want to do one square at a time because that will be stronger. There won't be as long of a thread that could potentially get snagged on something. For something that's purely ornamental, like the couple of examples that I showed you, doing them a little bit longer can result in a cleaner, straighter line, but I generally don't recommend going anything more than about 4 or 5 stitches in length at a time. Blackwork patterns also often use some shading to create some depth and some interest. And you create that shading either by varying the density of the repetition pattern or by varying how many strands you use for your stitches. So this pattern here, all of the repetition pattern is using 1 strand, and then the outlines of the unstitched area are using 2 strands, and that creates a bolder line. So you can use those 2 different things to create some variation and create some interest and some texture to the stitching. But generally the pattern should tell you how many strands you're going to be using, and most of the time, just like with backstitch, you're only going to be using 1 strand of floss for blackwork. So unless the pattern tells you otherwise, you're only going to want to use 1 strand. If you try to use more, it will wind up too thick, especially when you get into the areas where the repetition pattern gets very frequent, and you'll wind up with just a blob of thread. So unless the pattern says otherwise, only use 1 strand. That's kind of a basic rundown of what blackwork is and a little bit about how it's done. Do you have any experience with blackwork or something that you want to share about it? Leave that in the comments for the other viewers. I do want to thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. For Caterpillar Cross Stitch, my name is Ford, and I will see you next time.